talk about or to tell you is that we will be working with you. Greg and Masood have been already reviewing each property on a case-by-case basis. We want to maintain, or put it this way, we don't want to touch any encroachment unless we absolutely have to. Unless there is every option that we've exhausted and we realize that we can't safely maintain adequate sidewalk space or a safety area on the sidewalk. We will do our best. Greg, Masood, either myself, Edgar, the engineer in charge, will be working with every property owner. And for the most part, what we've seen is that the vast majority of encroachments, be it a small fence, will not need to be touched. There's really a handful or isolated set of cases where we will actually need to work with the property owner and develop some sort of solution. Okay, as we mentioned, so during construction, we have to maintain pedestrian access to all buildings at all times. When we do the sidewalks, what we will be doing is either doing it half at a time or putting in bridges over the sidewalks to allow people to get into their access, but you will have pedestrian access to your business or your building at all times. The B48, so the B48 westbound that will be on Nassau Avenue, will be at some point need to be relocated while we're in a particular block, performing water main work or the sewer work. Traffic agents will be assigned to the project. There will be noise. We will be working within the DEP's noise code. And since the work operations are primarily in the day, we don't anticipate any extreme impacts on the community. Merchant deliveries, we will be working with various merchants to make sure that those deliveries are maintained. Obviously, on Nassau, we will not be able to maintain, or you won't be able to just pull up, get out of your truck, bring your groceries in, or your goods in. We will need to work with you, and one of the things that we do on other projects is create temporary loading zones on side streets. So depending on how long an operation is on any given block, we will be working with DOT to create that sort of loading zone. And we will be working with DOE. I don't think there are any schools, schools directly on, but okay, street closures. We don't anticipate street closures per se, but limited access, as we just discussed, will be necessary especially when we're doing the roadway at the end, where we actually have to excavate the entire roadway, leave one lane, one half of it open while we do one lane. So driveway access will be temporarily restricted at that point. So at that point, we'll ask you to either take your car in or just leave it inside in your garage. Okay, water service interruption. So there is, we will obviously need to shut down water service at various points. We won't be doing the entire block, the entire stretch at any one time. We'll pretty much be trying to work on a block by block operation where we will shut down service, excavate, shut down service, take out the old main, put in the new main. And typical sort of routine is about 3 days per block. If there's no facilities no interference, it's pretty much about 3 days, maybe even less. But I just want to let people know that you will need to take a shutdown. We will make the only really provisions that we make in terms of maybe doing it late at night is if there's a medical facility in the area, or there's some sort of building where there's people who actually have dialysis machines or special cases. But for the most part, people will need to take a shutdown, and I know that impacts businesses, but unfortunately there's very few options available to us for the most part. Okay, Greg actually will be working with businesses, with residents, with merchants to try to work out the best situation. If there's a day that is better for a particular block, we'll certainly work with you on that in terms of taking the shutdown. Road and control. So this is another item that we pay close attention to. On all DDC contracts, we have an item for road and baiting. So we will be going out in advance, surveying the area and baiting on a regular basis. Greg is the on-site liaison. He will be providing brochures, weekly bulletins, advisories, especially when there's a change in the environment. If we're coming to a new block that we have to eliminate parking, you'll get an advisory, you'll get notices. He will be on site. He is at the field office, and this is his information. Okay, if you want to write this down. We will be coming out in the next few weeks with brochures that we will distribute to you. So if you don't get this now, he'll certainly be knocking on your door later on. That's it, actually. Yeah, I'll leave it up here for now. Okay. That's it. I mean,